Hello everybody and welcome to Listitis. My name is Pentahybrid. This week I am going to be counting down my top 10 SNES games. Now, keeping with countdown tradition, I have kept it to one game per series. Are you ready for some nostalgia? I am. Let's go! Number 10. ActRaiser. I'll open this by saying that if you haven't played this game by now, you definitely should. This game by Enix, now just Square Enix, is a delightful combination of city building sim and an action platformer. You play as an angel during the city building sections as you try and keep your townsfolk happy and whatnot, and as a statue during the side-scrolling platforming sections when you're fighting off bosses and bad guys. While it's sold well and today is still loved by many as a retro classic, it has still somehow been forgotten by many. Number 9. Earthbound. What isn't there to love about Mother 2, aka Earthbound? The HAL Laboratory RPG that tells the tale of Ness and his crew as they travel the land looking for melodies and wind up traversing time to kill the mighty Gygus. The only Mother game in the series yet to be released in English was massively loved and still has one of the largest followings. Even Trey Parker of South Park fame has said the game influenced their newest game, Stick of Truth. Number 8. Mega Man X. The first Mega Man game that I ever played and has since become one of my favorites. I personally find the X series of the games far more intriguing than the original. A large part of this has to do with the more action-based gameplay rather than just a run-and-gun style. I mean, come on. X is cooler, Zero is a badass, and the futuristic setting is a bit more my style. It's just a good game all around, and I suggest you play it right now. Number 7. Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars. The original Mario RPG game, and to this day, for me anyway, it's still closely tied for the best. I won't talk about how Geno needs more attention, or how more games need boss battles like this one, or even about how Mallow is a horrible character. I'm only gonna say that this game was an addiction when I was a kid, and that even 18 years later, I still play it from time to time. If you have not played this, you really need to. Number 6. The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. As with previous lists of mine, I might have some surprising entries and placements of those. As with what many considered to be the best Zelda game of all time sitting at the midriff of my SNES list. Well, while the game is pure Zelda and has some of the best dungeon design in the series to date, I could not possibly squeeze it any higher. I'm sorry. Though the journey is one I feel everybody needs to revisit from time to time. Get it? Time to... never mind. Number 5. Super Mario World. Well, we've got Zelda out of the way, and it wouldn't be a Nintendo list without its two staples. Now what Super Mario World did was take the formula from SMB3 and crank it up a notch. Plenty of secrets to find, challenging castle sections, and Yoshi! Yes, the lovable dinosaur, believe it or not, had not appeared until this game. Really makes me feel old now that I think about it. This game also had the Feather, an item that every Nintendo fan ever can tell you exactly what its effect was. Number 4. Donkey Kong Country 2: Diddy Kong's Quest. Now there are some serious questions about the game's title, but aside from that, we have one of the greatest platformers of all time. In 30 to 40 seconds, I cannot possibly fit in every good thing I have to say about this game. There's the superb soundtrack, the fantastic controls, the thrilling ambiance, and of course, one of the best feats in level design ever. This game is a must-own. Number 3. Chrono Trigger. This is one of those games where I feel physical pain after finding somebody who's never played it before. It really does hurt. And for that reason alone, I will keep this as spoiler-free as I can, mostly because the game is an experience, as much as it is a video game. You are Chrono, and you travel through time using the epoch with your friends, some from different times, as you try to stop the bad guy. It was the gameplay and music, though, that turned the RPG genre on its head. Scored by the wonderful Yasunori Mitsuda, and with parts of it being composed by Noboru Uematsu of Final Fantasy fame, the game is truly perfect. Remember when Square Enix was Square and made good games? Yeah, me too. Number 2. Final Fantasy 3/6. While the game is known to me as Final Fantasy 6, it was originally released in America as 3, so whichever one you take. The best Final Fantasy game of all time, no contest. I welcome any challengers for debate. When you keep the classic formula that 1 through 3 had, and then quadruple the potency of its story, you are bound to have a good game. That's not even counting the fact that Kefka is one of the best villains ever, and that the music was out of this world. And let's be honest here, just for a quick second. Most of the people who call 10 or 7 the best are the people who haven't played anything prior to 7. Play 6, and then we'll see what your favorite is. And number 1. Super Metroid. It had to be. It had to be at number 1. I won't spoil my NES list for anyone who hasn't seen it yet, but come on, are you really all that surprised? It took Metroid for the NES and made it even better. How could it not be at number 1? Gorgeous graphics for the time and still hold up to date, epic boss battles that haven't even been replicated since then, and one of the best video game soundtracks of all time. I can't even get a power-up nowadays anymore without uttering Chozo statue. Thanks, Super Metroid. You go! Thank you very much for watching this week's episode of Listitis. I hope you enjoyed it, so click that like button to let me know that you did. Please feel free to also let me know your favorite games on the SNES are in that comment section down below. And you can always subscribe to my channel for more awesome videos. Don't click away yet though, otherwise you'll miss the fancy links that will take you to other awesome videos I have done. You are amaze-tastic, and so until next time, catch you later.